you. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. There it is.
Do you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, great. How are you?
Good. I had to run and get a blanket because the door was actually left open in the garage.
Oh, it's cold.
And then I came closer to an area where I feel like I have closer service because last time I wanted to get closer to the light, but it's the furthest away from like any possible, like the best connection. So I'm like, I'm sure I got a good spot.
I hope so. I hope you can stay until the end today.
Yeah, since my husband's sleeping in the room, everyone's sleeping in the house.
Okay, yeah, I understand.
So I have to be in the garage.
Yes, yes, yes. How are you? How was your time? I've seen your post in the group, in Vanessa's group.
Oh
I was
my
like, you're
God,
doing
yes.
good in your business.
Yeah, it came about honestly when I just started saying, you know what, God, I give you control and I'm just gonna relax and sit back and just share my light. And then that's how it came about.
Amazing.
I feel like that's how I manifested it. Yeah.
Amazing.
It's very exciting.
And how many clients are you working with? Are you working with right now?
Right now, 3 clients.
That's great. That's great. Are you seeing somehow any change from the way you speak and the way you're exchanging? You didn't do the exercise with us about the improvisation, but how are you feeling in general?
I'm more calm. I
Mm-hmm.
used to just hurry, like I wasn't comfortable in silence. I was uncomfortable in the silence. So I would hurry and just talk and talk. I would still share the value, but I wouldn't just give that pause that's needed like every now and then. Like it's definitely needed. So I found myself more calm. I take my breaks. If I need to think something out, I'll think it out and just be comfortable in that because that's needed. And that actually sends a better vibe. Like you're more relaxed and calm and you have better understanding and communication.
Exactly,
But I
exactly.
challenged myself today. I did something.
Huh?
So literally last night, I woke up from a dream and I'm hosting a picnic for women that I want to do every year, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I woke up from a dream that God told me to invite the women at the church. And I woke up, I was scared. I thought of you. And I'm like, okay, I got to speak to these women. And I was shaky though. It didn't go as I had it in my head, but I took imperfect action and that's what matters.
So you did it.
Yeah.
How was it? What kind of, was it a picnic or was it a webinar?
It was a church service.
At church. So you
Yeah.
went on the stage.
No, not on the stage. It was just approaching women.
Okay.
So at first I approached these 2 women who were looking gorgeous and had beautiful dresses.
Oh.
And I got nervous though. I mumbled and I looked nervous and my body language was like not very comforting.
I understand. I understand. And you know, this happens when there's something new, that you do something new. Anyway, like the first client you ever spoke to, definitely you were a little hesitant and nervous, but slowly it starts becoming a habit. You know how to do it well and you trust yourself in doing it. So
Right.
it's not bad to do it not so well in the beginning, but not continuing is where the real like mistake happens.
Yeah, totally. So
Hey,
I'm proud of
Rachel.
myself.
Morning. Sorry,
Hi, Rachel.
hi, Elodin. Hi, on there. I joined with the wrong account, my work account. So
Oh, that's fine.
I didn't join
That's
back. I'm
fine.
thinking, who the crap was using research too? Oh, it worked.
That's fine. That's fine. Jihan, are you around? We don't see you.
Hello everyone, how are you doing?
There's Jihan. Hi, Jihan.
I'm fine. How are you doing all?
Good, good.
Good.
Will we see you?
Give me maybe 2 to 3 minutes and they will put my camera.
Okay.
I'm just moving to my room, okay?
Okay.
Here
Okay.
comes Sasha.
Sure.
I've had a cold all weekend, so I'm sorry. I'm probably.
Oh, how
Right.
do you feel now?
I feel a bit better, but I've got a full day of interviews to do, and I'm just like not feeling it.
But you're good at energy medicine. You know what you can do to get your energy come up, right? Does it
Yes.
work all the time?
Yeah, it does, but it's actually better if someone else does it for you
Mm,
and
yeah.
tells you what you need. This is why it always amuses me when people say, I'm doing EFT, and it's like, yeah, but you're doing the sort of discount store version of EFT. When you actually do it with someone, it's a completely different ball game.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so tapping it's good for calming the body, but you start working with someone, they can access things that you didn't even see coming.
That's
So yeah,
interesting.
it can be
Actually, I'd love
surprising.
to know more about this.
Yeah, I'll absolutely share it with you at some point. I'm sure we'll all keep in touch. I mean, I'd like to. So
Sure. This is a great community. Hi, Sasha. Good morning.
Morning.
Sasha, all
Hi,
different,
Sasha.
new place.
Yes.
Ta-da! Still a total mess.
Looks
Congratulations.
nice.
It looks nice.
Looks like you're done.
No, like most of the mess is on this side of the room, so you can see.
That's smart.
And down in the basement also a lot of things. Let me just close the door.
Mhm.
Right. Okay, I have to what's the word I'm looking for? Confess, I didn't do anything. I watched the first video, but I didn't do the homework.
Okay, that's
Sorry.
fine. That's okay. That's
Naughty
okay.
Sasha.
Yeah.
Naughty. Naughty. Yeah, talking about that. Now, first of all, let's start with quick reflection, and then we will focus a little bit on Elidan, making her improvise for us. She will be under the spotlight in front of all of us. So, okay, first of all, and until I hope Jihan will join soon, I want to know how was last week for everybody. Sasha, since you were the last to come, please tell us how was the moving? How was Sasha? How are you feeling? How's your energy?
The moving was quite stressful, if I'm really honest. The packing, the like last minute thing, the admin stuff, the cleaning also. And then it decided to snow on the day of the moving, obviously.
Oh.
So that was fun. But yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm done with the other apartment now. It's halas finished.
Good.
So new chapter begins.
Do you like the new house?
Yeah, it's temporary, but I do like it. Yeah, I'm with friends right now.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
You're not with your boyfriend?
Well, he lives here too, but they're sharing.
Okay.
And they had an extra room, so I moved in here for now until I find something.
So, and do you like the new city more?
Zurich,
Like
yeah,
Zurich?
much better. Yeah.
And maybe you can find
Well,
opportunities more?
the only thing is starting today, the whole Switzerland is going into lockdown. But it's fine. It's not like, it's better. I spend less money going out.
So I know that in Europe in general, the coronavirus issue is raising up more. Like
It was raising up. Some countries it's still going up. In Switzerland, it's like flat now. But there's a new, even crazier corona thing that they're afraid of now. So there's closing everything.
so, but you can go to the street and walk, right?
Yeah. For now, I can. In Holland and some other countries, I think they're adding the curfew soon.
Oh, man.
But I don't think here it will happen.
Okay, yeah, I hope it doesn't. That's incredible. And Jihan, hi.
Hello, everyone. How are you?
Hi.
Good morning.
Happy for you, Sasha. You move on.
Thank you.
And I'm happy for Eileen because she is with us today.
Yes.
And how are you, Rochelle?
Hey, tell us, Jihan, we were reflecting. How was your week and how are you feeling?
Actually, it was a nice week. Busy as usual, a lot of activities. But yeah, yesterday I dropped had my boy for the school, so no more vacation. I'm happy for this.
Yeah.
And I managed to do a lot of stuff, in housework and a lot of things I was, I in need to do.
Mhm.
And as you all know, yesterday I record my 30-second video.
Yes.
And this is such a great achievement for me, and that's it. So yeah, it
I
was a
was
bit.
really happy to see your video, and I still
Thank you.
waiting for the video in the group, in the
You
Facebook
need
group.
to, if you want, you need to forbidden the access for the courses. So I
Yes,
the
until you
video.
post your video. I should do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
For
When
me,
I
it was
first
not.
find out about it, I was saying, yeah, she is clever.
So she only posted the video because she couldn't go to the
Yeah,
lesson.
I go to the lesson and they press, and then they said for me, you cannot until you upload the video. Then I say, okay, let's do
That's a good. I'm really happy that you did it because what you did is it shows more confidence and determination. Some other people might choose, okay, I just don't want to do it.
Yeah, I did not talk a lot because I just follow. It's almost like your script. I came from and I live in, and that's it. It was a brief introduction, but next video will be
Yes.
much.
So the next video in the group, it will be a short story of 2 minutes, the one that everybody else did, and
Okay.
you still need to do of last week, the one of last
Which
week.
which story? Any story I choose or?
If you repeat the lessons from last week,
Okay.
the first, second, the story part, and at the
Okay.
last lesson, I think I asked for.
Inshallah, I will do. Thank you.
Great, wonderful. Rachel, how was your week?
It was just really busy because I've got 3 more weeks of this contract that I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
And they've got me doing research, a new research project every week. So it's interviews on Monday, then writing reports, and then we're also planning to share our stuff as well. Like there's a final presentation of all of the work that we've done to get I work with another lady.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just tired. And then I had a friend who I've been doing some work with, and I did that on Saturday, and I didn't have clients on Saturday, and then I came down with a cold.
Oh, yeah.
Which is good in some respects. I haven't been sick for a year. I haven't had anything, and I don't know where I got the cold from because I don't see anybody. So I must have surfaced.
Yeah,
Maybe,
maybe, yes.
maybe you're stressing yourself too much, and your body's like, "Woman, calm down."
Yeah, I
Maybe.
think
Chill.
doing there is a lot, but February is an empty month for me, and then I'm starting a new job, so the plan is to do more to do with my business. And I've had a couple of inquiries this week of YouTube, so I really want to put some effort into that. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's just been one of those weeks where you just feel like you worked the whole week and you didn't really have any time.
My week felt like a month, honestly.
Yeah, with the moving, of course.
Yes, I hear. But I wrote the script, but then I changed my mind about the direction. And of course, I wasn't well yesterday and I didn't get to do it. So it'll be a bit weird, I think.
Yeah, we will work slowly on that.
Yeah.
So I'm not the only one who didn't submit it. Nice. Good job, Rachel.
Actually,
Teamwork.
so here's the thing, and we will go to Eladin, but for last week, the exercise will be ongoing until next week. So it's 2 weeks together. So actually today is not about submitting the homework, it's more about having an idea so you can work further.
Yeah.
So you can benefit well from today's session and you can work further that next week you will be delivering But let's see, Elodin, we were chatting together, but maybe also for the whole group, and they didn't hear you much because you were not here last session. So if you tell us how was it, and you were updating me a few things about the church and so on.
Yes. So, as far as the course goes, I was challenged. I feel like the one from week 2, that was challenging for me. And I'm like, wow, I did it. I made it. And then we go into this challenge and I was like, I thought I did a whole speech thing already. Like I was froze for a little bit, but I got a little bit something going today.
That's great. That's great.
Awesome.
And how was your week in general?
It was good. I definitely did challenge myself with speaking. So, as I mentioned earlier to you, today at church, I approached women to invite them to an annual picnic that I hope to have. And I froze a little bit. I was a little nervous, but I took imperfect action and I'm really proud that I went outside of my comfort zone.
That's really amazing. That's awesome. And this is what I was sharing with Elodin, is that it's not about doing it right in the very first time, the very first step, but consistency. We keep doing it and doing it and doing it, and then it becomes a habit. We become perfect in it. We wouldn't even think about it. So that's
I would love to get there.
Exactly. Okay, now the very first thing, Elodin.
Yes.
We will do a little exercise with you about improvisation, and actually until in 15 minutes, maybe everybody can take also a little exercise so we warm up and then get into it. How does that sound for everyone?
Okay.
Great. So ladies, who would want to tell her what to do, what to talk about, and the timer and the Melody Guardian?
I repeat the timer.
Okay, so Jihan is
The
the
easy
timer.
one for me.
Yeah.
I'll be the melody guardian.
Okay, Rachel is the Melody Guardian, and Sasha will tell you then what to talk about. So Elodin, here's the game.
This is so cool.
Yeah. Actually, I wish that you attended last week because it
I
was
know. And then you're gonna see me very jittery because most of the light that I get is in front of me from my husband's computer, so I have to click on the space bar so it can light me up.
That's fine. That's fine. So here's the game. You will be talking for 2 minutes about a topic that Sasha will tell you about. And Jihan will give you signs. Jihan, can you please tell her the signs?
Okay, so after 30 seconds,
Mm-hmm.
I will do like
after
this.
1 minute. After 1 minute.
After 1 minute, I will do like this. It's 1 minute. And
I
after
can't see all of you.
Yeah, and after 1 minute and a half, I will do like this. Okay, so that's mean it's 1 minute and a half. And if 2 minutes, so I will do like this. It's finished. X sign.
Okay.
So
just the thing, I'm on my phone, so I don't see all of you at once. I only see the person that's talking.
Okay.
So maybe you can go. It would be fine. I won't be interrupted if, like Jihan just says, 1.5 or 2 or X.
Okay, so the thing is, when you reach 1 minute, you know that you said the minimum. So never stop talking before 1 minute. When you reach 1 minute and a half, you want to start concluding. So you end at 2 minutes. Okay, and Rachel will be counting your ahs and ms and all the filler words.
Okay, I'm curious for that.
And Sasha will be telling you what to talk about.
Okay.
And okay, Jihan will only start calculating the time when you start speaking.
Okay.
So take a second to think about what you're going to say and then go on. Okay, Sasha?
Yeah. Floating around, there's so much stuff. So much weird stuff in here. Let me find something interesting. gosh. Don't have anything interesting. Okay, I have a cat here. Over there.
How did I know? I literally was like, she's gonna say her cat.
Well,
I swear.
the rest
So
of
I
the
was already
items are
scripted
like,
cats.
yeah. I think it's the least boring item at the moment. Okay, so you're ready.
Okay. Cats. People love cats. Cats don't love people. Recently and in the previous years, a madness and an obsession for cats has grown worldwide. You see every walk of life. You see children, you see teenagers, you see grandparents and mom and dad streaming for these cat videos so that they can get a good laugh. What I like about cats is their little attitudes. They don't care about much, do they? I once had a cat and it was actually fun while it lasted. I would take it out on a leash and take it out on walks. And I know this is rare, but this cat loved going outside. And it actually inspired my cat neighbor to do the same with her cats, which she owned several of them. And so this cat, it actually didn't work out because my kids were getting in the litter box. And so unfortunately, the cat had to move on to another owner. But cats are definitely bringing a lot of joys to people these days. What's my time? Sorry, I can't see anything. Cats are
1:30.
furry. What time?
1:30.
Oh, okay. Cats bring a lot of joy. They're furry, cozy animals, and you can have one as a pet. You can have one just to go pet at a shelter. Or take or have a cat for some time and then take it back home when it's ready to be adopted and shelter it in that way. Cats. I'm like the final. I'm like, I think I hit the mark already. Okay.
That's
Nice.
great. Wow.
Oh my god.
Beautiful. Beautiful, Elodin. And for the first trial, this is really, really good.
You watched previous week's lesson, didn't you?
I did.
Good.
Oh,
So you know
thank
the
you.
game. Beautiful. Who will go next?
What?
Mhm.
I'll go. I don't mind.
Okay, Rachel. So, Elodin, you tell Rachel what to talk about. Jihan and Sasha. Okay, Sasha, you can do the Melody Guardian, and Jihan keeps the time. How does that sound?
Okay.
Good.
Mhm.
When do we get the results on the melody? Do we go over that at the end?
Ah, sorry.
Yeah, you
yes.
didn't say any filler words.
Oh, okay. I knew it.
There
I'm
was-
like, I don't think I have a filler word thing.
No, there's only like and so, but that was it,
Mhm.
and it didn't really feel like a filler. I mean, it was a filler, but it wasn't. If you know what I mean.
It was more like a time filler, huh? Like
Yeah.
a silent filler.
Yeah, exactly. No, it was good.
Thank you.
So,
Okay.
Elodin, what do you want
So the
Rachel to talk
topic,
about? Mhm.
family,
Right.
inspired by your frame omnia behind you.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Hmm. Sorry, I'm just collecting my thoughts. Okay. Have you ever lived in a family? Do you know what it's like to be in a family that's an unusual family? Do you ever look at families and wonder, is that actually a family? Well, I wanted to share with you my story about being in an unusual family. So my sister and I were brought up by my father from the age of 9 and she was 7. And it was bit strange in so much as a lot of people didn't really think of us as a family. They thought we were quite weird. We were sort of outcast in our town because we didn't have a mother. We did have a mother, but she just didn't live with us. And it was an unusual situation because we often got judged about the types of people we were because of the structure of our family. So the family itself can be a lens through which people view you, view what's going on in your life. And everybody thinking that perhaps they'd be better behaved children if they had a mother. Maybe they'd do better at school if they had a mother. So I want you to think about that when you look at an unusual family, and lots of people look down on single parent families like they're not particularly good enough. But maybe when you see a family that's a little bit of a different construction to the one that you think you should come from, that people should come from, maybe you should stop and have a look and think about that families come in all shapes and sizes, and that as long as love is at the core of the family, that's all that you need to grow up to be a well-rounded individual. Thank you. Sorry, I struggled today.
This was deep. This was deep and touching.
yeah.
Yeah. Well done, Rachel.
Oh,
Beautiful.
thank you.
Sasha,
Mhm.
how are the filler words?
0.
Great.
In practicing
Yay.
every time I speak to someone,
And no
every
curse words.
conversation.
That's
No
amazing.
curse words. No, the
No curse
Tourette's is
words.
gone.
Jihan, how was the time?
Perfect. Yeah, on time.
Amazing, Rachel. Amazing.
Thank you.
So how about you go next, Jihan?
Okay. So for me, if I have a lot of filler words because of my vocabulary, forgive me. I will try my best.
You just do your best. No judgment here.
Okay.
So we say, Rachel, you tell Jihan what to talk about.
Yep.
Eladin, would you please keep the time, and Sasha the melody?
Okay.
Wait.
What is
Me.
this?
It's a credit
What?
card.
It's a credit.
Okay. What is this? I was thinking it's sweets. Okay.
Pulling up my timer.
Sorry?
Where are you?
I said I'm pulling up my timer. But
Okay.
can you see me?
We can't see you now. Okay, listen.
No?
Eladin, in this case, because you're using your mobile, how about you do the
Yeah.
melody and Sasha will do the time?
Hmm?
That would be easier.
Okay. Yes.
So we can see you. So that's a fun topic to talk about.
Money?
The credit
Credit card.
Credit card.
Okay, I'm ready. Have you heard about the last news just 2 days ago about the shocking information about using the cards? So from the next month, I mean, we cannot be able to use the card, the Visa cards anymore. Okay, I was just joking. But I tried to use the one you said, the shocking statement, but I could not.
That was so shocking.
I was thinking, what are people going to do?
I believed you.
Sorry.
That's so smart. No,
You were doing well until you lost it, Jihan. She's like, she can't tell a lie. That's the problem.
Yeah, now I was okay. I said, okay, I need to stop it right now. Yeah. But I'm trying to look at my notes because we have a lot of different ways to start the hook. So I'm trying to do something new, but
Well, you pulled it off very well. Now you can carry on with that. Think of carrying on with that.
but it's not true.
Even if it's not true, you can carry on. For example, you can say, see how you were shocked. How did you feel about this? And then you start talking about the connection that we have with cards, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No, it was good.
I was sold. I was like, this about to go
Beautiful,
on the news and be a news
So-
reporter.
I was going to start Googling.
Me too. I thought something happened in Saudi.
Yeah, really had us going.
Okay.
Okay, so now you can see how this information was shocking for you. But let me see the truth about the MasterCards or the Visa cards and its importance in our lives. Actually, everyone nowadays know that we cannot live without a card. It's make our life easier. Whenever you go, you can shop with it and use it. And also, when the COVID-19 hit our world, it's become very, very more, convenient for us to do the shopping online, and it saves our life actually. So when COVID-19 was found about COVID-19, me and my husband, we decided to open another account, and we name it for like personal shopping and for the saving account. So we make it difference, and we start actually managing more our expenses when we have two separate cards. So I can advise all the families who doesn't have Visa cards to have it, because actually it makes our life easier. And if you are using the same card for all your shopping, for personal use, for the house shopping, everything, I can advise to have different account or different cards. Like this, you can have a global view of your spending. Then thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. I remember when you said no, thank you. That's it.
That nice ad for Visa again. Last week it was Apple phone. You sold it very well.
She's really good at
You're really
selling,
good at
isn't
selling.
she?
Exactly.
That's what I was thinking.
Well done, Jihan. Well done. And you're showing us another talent that
Okay.
you can really pull off jokes.
Yeah.
When I see your video about the humor and you said I'm not good about it, I was thinking maybe me, I am a little bit good.
I can see that. It's obvious. It's obvious.
Okay, good.
She's, you can see the naughty side of Jihan, that mischievous side.
Exactly. Beautiful. So now, Sasha.
Oh no.
Did I fill in on the filler word?
Yes, how
Okay,
was
yeah,
the
yeah,
word?
yeah.
Yes,
Tell
please.
me.
So you only did 4, and it was so 4
Mhm.
Oh wait, you started with before you spoke. You said and the rest were
Okay, okay, thank you. But it's
But
better
you
than
did-
last week.
Yes, that's a great
That was really
improvement.
good.
Good.
Thank you, Elodin.
Thank you,
Of
Rida.
course. You,
So
of course.
Sasha will speak. Jihan will tell her what to talk about. Rachel, please keep the
Time.
time, and Elodin the melody.
Okay.
So Jihan.
Okay. The weather, is it good topic? The weather? Yes.
Yes, but it's
But
just too common.
you prefer something so she can see it and I can show it to her, or?
Necessarily no.
It doesn't have to be like that, but the weather is something everybody talks about the weather when they don't know what to talk
I will
about.
do something from, hold on.
So it's rather cold today, isn't it?
Actually, Look, it's rainy here. You can't see anything from the window. Almost. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Here. It's rainy. It was so foggy in the morning.
Hi, Sasha, are you ready?
No.
I think you will love this. What's this object I will show you? You okay? 1, 2, 3. Surprise! It's a lipstick.
Oh my god. I never wear lipstick. I don't know
Yes,
what
I
to talk
can.
about.
Sorry.
Right.
You're killing us today, Jahan.
Lipstick. Let me think. Can I talk about lipstick? Mm. Okay, I guess.
Come on, Sasha.
You can do it.
You can
All
do
right.
it.
Tell us why you hate it.
Why I hate it? Yeah, maybe.
Sorry, huh?
I have a question for all the ladies in this room. Do you wear lipstick? Did you know that back in the days, women used to use beetroot to give color to their lips? When I was a child, I found makeup bag of my mom, and it was full of different lipsticks, different colors, orange, red, even some kind of purple. So as a child, I used to play and put some lipstick on me and walk around in her clothes and play some music. But then I grew up and I realized I really don't like the lipstick. I don't like this texture. I don't like this flavor. And I just don't really feel comfortable wearing it. But then I grew up a little bit more, and now I don't wear makeup at all, almost, just for special occasion. And the reason is that I feel that women are being pressured today to look extra beautiful and to look perfect and to look skinny or to look with perfect hair, perfect makeup, perfect face, perfect everything. And we always see these images in magazines and in these billboards and on the internet of these photoshopped, beautiful, beautiful ladies. But we need to remember that that is not a real beauty. Real beauty comes natural. So whether you love makeup or not, whether you love lipstick or not, I would advise you to try to be more comfortable in your own skin and try to use less makeup and be more natural.
On time.
It was 1:30.
Oh my God. 1:30?
Yeah, but you did the whole
Yes.
circle of.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am always short on time, aren't I?
As long as you finished 1 minute and you went
Oh.
into the 2 minutes, 2 minutes and a half is really great. But I really love, you know what? The way you're connecting again, you're connecting the stories with your life. And
Yeah,
today I
from
even noticed the
childhood.
body language. You're
Yeah.
using very good body language.
Because I'm stressed.
But body language helps you explain what you want to say. So you're doing it very well. And I like that you started with a question.
Thank you.
Very well.
No
done.
filler words. I
No
didn't catch
filler-
any.
Yes.
No filler words.
Nailing it.
Amazing.
So
Ooh.
now we should go into the topic of this week. But before we do, I just want to give Elodin just one extra chance to practice one more. Are you ready, Elodin?
Okay, yes.
Great. So same like last time. Jihan, please, the time. Sasha. Oh, wait. Rachel decided the topic before or Sasha for Elodin?
I did.
You did. Okay. So Rachel, please decide the topic and Sasha do the melody. For
Right,
Elodin.
okay.
Hit me good, Rachel.
It's a microphone.
I'm like, what is that?
It's a microphone.
Microphone.
Yep.
A professional one.
Mm-hmm.
I once heard the person holding the mic makes the most money. That got me thinking, especially today, as I took myself into an uncomfortable scenario that I know I'm going to have to do to move forward and grow in the area that I want, which is to inspire people as a coach. I'm very thankful to Omnia and to this group that I know is going to lead me to eventually hold that mic, and not just to make the most money, but to inspire, to be heard, to touch the souls, and to reach souls after souls after souls. And I just really hope and I pray that this microphone, it just gets louder and louder in the way that it hits the spirits, and that I speak from my heart, and that you ladies too speak from your heart and with calmness, because it's nice to just let yourself shine and be calm and deliver your message that you hope to deliver. And at first, just take imperfect action like I did today. So imperfect action and reaching souls, holding that mic confidently, and your message will get across and we will be heard.
Eledin, you're you're a natural speaker. You're
Yeah.
really good. You're really good. And I like that you don't even think before starting. You just start naturally and you pull it off very well.
Wow, thank you.
What do you think, ladies?
Oh, no, it was good.
Yeah.
Yes.
You should do more of this. You should do more. Actually, all of you, including Jihan,
Yeah.
to do more of
Little salesperson over there.
yeah.
You know, you can use this product. Definitely buy it. I definitely would.
Actually, I would have loved the hearing from Jihan about lipstick. She would make us
Yeah,
all
she
start
would
putting it on.
be
I think I
running
got
to the
like
shop.
one filler word.
Yeah. Yeah, how was the no filler words, right?
Lord.
There was one arm I heard.
One
One,
R,
I knew it.
Hmm.
I said one towards the end.
one R, and one and. That wasn't really a connector.
Mhm.
Oh, okay, so it was like an and.
Yeah, but that's it.
Okay.
Wonderful, wonderful. This is so lovely, and this is great energy to start with. Now we will go into the real work, our speech, each one of you. So I see Sasha was not able to do much because of work, because of the moving. How was it? I know that Eledin is struggling a little bit. How was it for you, Jihan?
For the exercise, what you say?
For the
I
speech.
not
For
for
the
the,
speech.
for the this week, right? I just watch all the videos. I finished all of them, and I start thinking about the order of the speech. But actually, I did not manage to write it or to organize it fully. But I write some points. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. How was it for you, Sasha? Sorry, Rachel?
Well, I think I've got. It's just that I sort of, as I wrote, my idea started to take a better shape.
Yeah.
So as I said, I got into the other because I've just been sort of doing 20 minutes after work each day,
Mm-hmm.
and I was supposed to pick it up and write some more, but sorry, I'm just looking at it at the moment. I mean, there's a lot in there. There's a lot,
Yeah.
written a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing what you can do in sort of 20 minutes if you just kind of pick it up.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, I enjoyed watching that video from that guy. He sort of said that he couldn't even be bothered to have a shit in the morning or something.
Mm-hmm.
That just cracked me up because I thought that was such a good joke. But
Yes.
he's very engaging. I mean, you have to really not care to be in that situation about anything. So what do you want me to talk about?
So I think it's good to start with Rachel because you seem to have more
More
to have thought
organized.
more about it so we can focus a little bit on Rachel, and then using that to go to Eladin and Jihan, and then Sasha will grasp everything and you'll be able to work on it during the week. How does that sound?
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
So would you like to share your screen with us, Rachel, and show
My
us?
screen.
Yes.
Yeah, yes, no problem. I'll
can
just put it
grab
over
something.
here. I don't know where everything's gone. Here we go. I knew Sasha was tall. He's tall. He's
Yes.
tall on this call because I'm not.
I'm not. I'm not. I think also Eladin, right?
You're tall, aren't you, Eladin? Yeah.
5'4".
Oh, right. Oh, you're only a little bit taller than me.
What's 5'4" in meters?
I don't know.
Oh, it's about 164, 165 centimeters
Okay.
What are we talking about?
height
Height.
Of?
people.
Us.
Yeah,
Our
we-
height.
Okay.
I'm short. I'm 158.
Yes. Oh, wow. You are.
Me,
Very
me,
That's 5.
me 61.
Yeah, so you're not so big either. It's Sasha's the tall one.
75? 175?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No need to
Why are we talking about height?
no need to rub it in, Sasha. I'm kidding.
Okay.
Anyway,
Not easy to
it's
be a tall
just
person.
it's my fault. I shouldn't have brought it up.
No, that's fine.
But okay, so what would you like me to do?
So now, if you could please tell us what's the topic you want to talk about, and then walk us through the journey. You don't need to deliver the speech, but just walk us through the journey of the speech.
Okay, so the topic is pretty much what I did my first 2-minute my video on Facebook, because I can see a video coming out of this for YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
The more I think about it, because it's a big problem. So my speech is really about people second guessing their healing protocols, and actually by second guessing their healing protocols, they also second guess their bodies. They kind of don't trust that their body can actually heal.
Mm-hmm.
And that undermines their healing because they're in a state of stress all the time because they're worried about not doing the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, and if you can imagine, say we feel a little bit stressed while we're delivering a speech.
Like me.
When your very life is at stake and you're chronically ill, it feels like that pressure is there all the time. So people get into a situation where they're constantly thinking, am I doing the right thing? Oh, maybe I'm not doing the right thing. Then they're on Google looking, oh, they're doing that. I should be doing that. And you can't do everything. And the other thing is there are plenty of different ways to heal your body.
Mm-hmm.
The main point of the speech is really to get across to people that healing takes time, but it also takes consistency of action, and usually the same action, because every time you change your protocol, not only are you causing yourself mental stress because you're having to adapt all the time to a new thing, which is pressure. You're learning new things. It's stressful to learn new things. But also your body doesn't know whether it's coming or going. Every new supplement we add in causes some extra work on our bodies. So if we're chopping and changing those all the time, then we're in a state of stress. So that is the point of it. And I wanted to make a YouTube video about this because it's not something people talk about, but it's probably one of the biggest problems I see when I talk to chronically ill people, but also when I see them talking about what they're doing in forums and stuff. As I sort of research, I guess.
So how are you planning to start it?
Okay, so so the hook that I've got is, do you second guess your healing protocols? Think that whatever you're doing, there might be whatever you're doing might not be right, but there could be a silver bullet out there that will get you there faster. And then I start to say, I used to too. And I spent £80,000 trying to recover my health and failing miserably because I didn't understand that baseline that the body heals itself. You have to get out of its way and you have to be consistent. It's a bit like a child. You say to a kid one day, that's wrong. No, now do that. Or do that. They're going to be like,
Yes.
so that's kind of the hook. I haven't quite got it smoking yet, but that's where it sort of starts. So it's got a little bit about my story, and also it's got that close question, because I know that the majority of people watching, it'll be, yes, that is me. And that's why they're not getting better a lot of the time, because they're in that state of constant stress.
Yes.
Worrying that they're not doing the right thing.
Wonderful. And then the benefits, you're telling them?
Yeah, so basically the benefits of listening is recognizing that they're doing it, which obviously the more you recognize what it's like, Jihan has become aware of all the filler words and she's gone down to 4 filler words, for example. That's recognizing actually this is a problem. I've gone through the same process myself because I was the queen of So to not make the mistake I did, to also be in a state of trust and calm in your healing, because that actually is the thing that's going to get you better. And to take the stress and worry out of the protocol they're following and give their body a chance to catch up, really. So those are the kind of benefits. And I've sort of dropped into the benefits. Did you know that second guessing your protocols and not trusting your body and always looking for new things is stressful on your body and can undermine what you're trying to do, which is heal? And then the personal credibility, I struggle.
I loved, sorry to cut you, but I loved connecting the benefits with the hook. This is very smart and it's very useful, the connection you did. Like,
so asking a question and then,
yes.
Okay.
So you kind of responded to the question that you said in the hook. You responded to it and you connected it with the benefits.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Thank you.
And then the personal credibility.
Yeah. So, I struggled with chronic fatigue, hypothyroid, and chronic pain for years, always looking for a silver bullet too. And after years of trying to recover and failing, I realized that a lot of my problems came down to some emotional patterns and ways of thinking I was stuck in. Obviously, they weren't the whole piece of the puzzle. I had to find something and stick to it, but find something good and stick to it. But it opened me up to having better intuition about what was the right thing rather than just grabbing at things in a desperate attempt not to sink further. So I grabbed onto the right rope, not any rope.
Here I will check something about the story. It's nice and short, but I would even think of doing a more drastic change. Jihan, would you please?
Okay.
You too, actually. Okay, but still.
Yeah.
Who else have other?
Yeah.
I wonder. Okay, that's good. So.
Me now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is you.
Yeah, it is you. Yes. So. You said I struggle with chronic fatigue. If you can go to the bottom, if you from here, You can say I'm a chronic fatigue survivor.
Yes, yes.
You start with there. If you want to use the V, you start where you are now. I'm a survivor, and then go as deep as you can to the bottom in very short words. But don't make it too general, like, yeah, I too was this, but go make them see how deep it's been, how tough. Just
Okay, so what about, and I never thought I'd recover?
you can say that, or you can add also for 5 years I haven't left home, or something like that. Like
Yeah.
putting little details that makes it clear how serious it was.
Yeah, I lost my career.
Mm-hmm.
I lost my friends, and I almost lost my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And
Now,
the good thing is people can see my YouTube videos. They can see how different I look as well. So it's not like it's BS. There is truth to it.
yes,
Um,
exactly. So then when you go after years of trying to recover areas, yeah, now it's good that you said after years of trying to recover and so on, but just go all the way up. Go all the way up, meaning who you are today. Just show who you are today. You
yeah,
want them to trust that this works, not just, okay, I think I was stuck in. You realize the ways you were stuck in. That's not enough to make someone want to follow.
okay,
If you say, now I'm an energy healer, or now I gained my job back, I'm hired for this and that, I also have clients, just go all the way up where you are today.
yes, okay. So what I did was I looked at, basically I found something and I stuck to it.
Mm-hmm.
And actually working on the emotional patterns and that sort of constant state of panic that I wasn't doing the right thing, but also consciously said, I'm not looking anymore.
Yes, but realize that here in the credibility here, you don't need to tell the story of how you healed. You just want them to buy the credibility in this
Right.
part. You don't need to tell
Okay.
them that I realized this and I realized that. It doesn't matter now. You're selling yourself somehow. Why would they want to continue to listen?
Yeah.
You healed from this. You're a survivor. You went
Yeah.
all the way to the bottom and then all the way to the top.
Yeah.
Saying that in a very short words.
Yeah. Okay, so something like I used, yeah, this is a hard thing.
Yeah, you can say what I was able, after I lost my friends and so on, and then I was able to recover myself, and now I'm this. It's not about the journey. It's not about the how to. How did you do it? It's about only where. I'm here now. I went all the way to the bottom and now I'm here. Now it's showing where are you now? Just showing it off.
Yeah, so, and now I guess I help others to, yeah, and that's the problem. I find it difficult to really talk about what it is I do. I help people to bring calm into their healing, basically.
But even before that, if we are talking about where are you,
Yep.
you healed yourself first.
Yep.
Now I'm fully
Recovered.
And you have a job, so you can just put it in nice words that you got a job.
Yep.
You have a community around you.
Yeah.
And you're even helping people reach the same thing. So of course you will do it in your own words, but now we're just putting the outlines.
Yeah, now I'm fully recovered. The thing is, I don't talk about my job. I don't really want people to know about it.
Talk about the community and consider helping people is your job.
Yeah. And I help others to really harness their inner healer.
Mm-hmm.
Others to really get to a calm state, to cultivate a calm state.
Or to recover.
Well, I don't.
Okay.
Have to be really careful about saying I help people recover, because I don't help people recover. People recover themselves. I guide them through the emotional process so that they can be calm enough to heal themselves.
Say these words.
Okay.
Somehow. But notice what you said in the bottom. I lost my friends. I lost my career. I lost my friends. And I almost lost my mind.
Yeah.
Now you go back. I recovered. I recovered my mind. I have a community, a supportive community around me, and I'm helping people. You just want to show that you recovered from everything you lost. You're gaining back everything you lost.
Yeah. Yeah. I've made new friends because I have. And I feel happier and healthier than I've felt in decades, really. And I help others to cultivate a state of calm so that they can ignite their own inner healer. That's it.
Beautiful.
Okay.
So after that, when you start refining it, you will find even better words and you will read it loud and you will decide to take something out and something in. But now you get the idea, and everybody, I think you got the idea, right? We just say where we are, very short words, and then all the way to the bottom and then all the way to the top. So everybody else will connect with the story and would want to listen, and it will take you as a credible person to talk about this topic.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because my current one, when I do it on videos, is kind of, I healed myself and I help others to be, calm, which doesn't sound that compelling, even though it's really important. But I'm kind of, there's only a small number of us really talking about this. Most people think it's just supplements and stuff like that. Okay.
Okay, so the main idea.
Yeah, so chopping and changing when on a healing protocol is a bad idea. Puts you in a state of constriction and stress, always feeling that you're not doing the right thing and searching for the next thing that will heal you faster. And it's more pressure on our body having to adjust, and it isn't realistic. Healing takes time and consistency, not new and shiny all the time. And it's best to give your protocols time to work. Any points on this, do you think?
I think with time, when we see the whole body, you will be able to refine your argument even more, so it reflects on everything else.
Yep,
okay. So you remember what you were putting in the credibility part. You were talking that I realized this, and these things maybe you can add in your own words.
Okay. So these credibility parts, I've sort of make it, well, I think I have weaved in my story as I go through so today I'm going to tell you my story and how chopping and changing protocols and not trusting my body.
Yes. So, and by the way, for people who like to greet others, and if you're on YouTube and you want to greet people, this is where you want to greet. Either if you're introducing yourself and the credibility, then you do it there, like hello, and you address them the way you want. Or if you're not introducing yourself, if it's a speech where everybody knows you, they say good evening everyone, or hello everyone. Today I will be telling you about this. Hello community, hello orators, hello. We used to say Toastmasters, good evening everybody, good evening Toastmasters.
So I could say I'm Rachel, EFT and NLP practitioner.
But no, you introduced yourself already
All right.
in your story. So you don't want to repeat it. And they know
Okay.
you're Rachel because it's your,
Channel's called
your-
Rachel.
exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but here,
So
if you want to greet, if you want to put a greeting, or in your credibility part, hello, I'm Rachel, and
yeah. I just call myself an emotional health coach. Sounds like, yeah, okay.
So just to make it more clear for everybody, the credibility part, you can choose to add it or to take it off based on the type of speech you're giving and the atmosphere you're giving it in. Because sometimes you've already been introduced or people know you already, so you don't want to repeat that again. But in that case, in the transition, you can introduce yourself saying, hello, everyone, and introduce your topic. Greet people and introduce your topic. Good morning, everyone. Today we will talk about this. Today I'll tell you a story about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the thing. I sort of dropped this from my videos quite a bit because it just seemed repetitive. But then you're always attracting new people, so and they need to know who you are.
Yes, and therefore slowly you will start to shrink it, minimize. In the beginning, maybe you make it big, and in the promo video in YouTube, you can make a longer version of it.
Yeah, and I think I've done that. I have done that.
Yes. So now let's go to the body.
Okay, so I've been sick a long time and I got tired of being sick and tired. But as my health started to fail, I clutched at any health trend I could to hold on to my health, and I failed dismally. And the longer I was ill, the worse the anxiety got around what I was doing. I lived in constant fear of doing the wrong thing. Some of the things I used to do that didn't serve me. And then I've got like titles that I was going to put. I spend a long time on Google always researching healing methods. If I was meditating, I was looking at yoga. I was constantly anxious about what nutrients I might be missing or out on. I read about every crazy healing fad out there, wondering if it could possibly be the one. And so I wasn't giving anything I was doing a good chance to work. And I'd set time limits on protocols I followed, not realizing that healing takes time. And then you set time limits on your healing and on your body. And it doesn't know time limits. Is that right?
So far, I want to actually read the full structure, know the full body, so we can
okay.
know where you're going exactly.
Yeah. So then I came up to why it's a problem. So a constant state of anxiety. So I need to flesh this out. This is where when I started rewriting and stopped the other night because I was not feeling great. So basically a constant state of anxiety elevates our stress hormones. And also down-regulates our immune system. So which is not optimal conditions for healing. So our basically our bodies stop doing the repair work the minute we're in a state of anxiety. So if we're in there the whole time, and it's an additional thing because a lot of people with chronic health issues have trauma from childhood, which upregulates their immune system, which means they're always working harder to be normal. To do normal things is harder work for them.
So what I would suggest here in the intro of section 2 is to introduce how did you reach this conclusion, because you talked about what you did wrong.
Yeah.
And then, okay, then after reading, or I stumbled upon this, or
Yeah.
so you're putting them, you're taking them on a journey with you, right? So you just tell them, and then you break down what you realized, what's the input you got.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Because it was reading and thinking and getting tired of doing the same thing over and over again and getting the same bad results.
So, and that's what makes an educational. Now this is somehow educational, but what makes it intimate and connects with others. You're not telling them do this and this is how it is. You're telling them, how did you realize that this is the way it should be? So the journey also includes emotions and confusion, and then aha moments.
Yes, and it also makes them realize it's possible for them as well, which is really the big thing. Because I know a lot of people, they look at healing journeys and it's like, I was sick, now I'm well, and the world is wonderful, and look at me jumping on a beach, and it's like, it's not like that.
Exactly.
I haven't seen a beach in 6 years. I'm dying to see a beach, but that the thing is, they often say, I did some emotional work. Well, what did you have to change? And so that's what I'm trying to express to people, that actually it's a bit more forensic than just waking up thinking positive thoughts. That doesn't work when your body feels like it's on fire.
Yeah.
So, okay, yep. What did I realize? What the emotions? Yeah, so confusion. I mean, I got suicidally depressed, and that's when I realized that stuff had to change.
Yes.
So I started picking apart how to make myself happier.
Yeah.
And
so
also,
if you go a little bit up, the end of section 1, the last part of section 1 here. Now you're talking, you set time limits for healing your body. It doesn't know time limits. Now, again, this is somehow you're lecturing. You're not telling the story. But if you use this subsection.
So how about I set time, those time limits I set on my healing. So rather than talk about what they should do, and my body weren't kind.
What I could also suggest, you were just telling us that you were telling us the journey. After doing all of this, you said, I reached a state of, I was suicidal. So you talked about the journey. How did you start? And what kind of mindset you had? And you tried everything. Where did it get you?
Right. So that's what I should put.
Yes. And then how did you start working on it?
So really, there was a pivotal moment. There was a death in my family, which put me even deeper in a hole.
Here you go.
So that was the jolt, really. It was like, okay, things are really dark now. I didn't think they could get darker, but actually it was that sort of made me think, okay, I can't go on like this. So I'm either going to kill myself, or I'm going to, which I didn't want to do because a friend of mine committed suicide. Should I put that in here?
Yes. Because you see, now you're telling us, we're your friends, we're your community, you're telling us this because it matters. It's part of your journey and it's the reason. And the more we're vulnerable, the more people would connect and resonate, because many people will go through almost the same circumstances or even more difficult than you've been. And they want to know that they are not alone and they can survive. Your journey wasn't easy. It wasn't just, okay, I was sick and then I learned something, I read something, and now I'm telling you what to do.
Yeah, and I'm running on the beach.
Yeah.
in my bikini, which I still can't get back into. Not to kill myself. And yeah, okay. Yep.
So we can consider the first section as how did you start the healing journey? And the second section is what did you learn and what works? What did you learn about what you were doing and what should be done, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I knew something had to change, basically.
Mm-hmm. And then section 2, what did you start doing to learn what should change? And then did you get out of it? What did you learn?
Yeah.
All the learning here.
Yeah. Well, it was really, I knew it couldn't continue.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think I stumbled on, a friend told me about a book, which I read.
Mm-hmm.
And then that started me on a journey of discovering, looking, searching for information, and it felt different to scrambling. It was a thread of something which I was developing education in.
Here you go. This is what you want to put here.
Yeah.
And listen, you don't need to write everything because you have it recorded. So it's about the words you say, not what you write down.
Yeah. Okay.
So then you talked all about what you learned. You learned this and you learned that.
Yep. Yeah. And also I learned that a lack of trust puts a burden on the body, because it's a stressful state to be in, is improved by changing protocols, because you won't trust, because I didn't trust any of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I hope this is interesting for other people, because I don't like hogging the sessions like this. So is this helpful to people?
Is it helpful for everyone?
To see?
Yeah.
Well, along the way, for me, I pick up just kind of pointers, and I have 2 that I listed for Rachel.
Right. Okay. Great. Thank you.
That's great. And what I want you also to think about, Sasha, Eladin, and Jihan. So how does this resonate with your own speech, with your own story?
Yeah. Reflected to our stories.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. So section 3, Rachel.
It was really, sorry.
Yes, section 3.
Oh, it was really about this. So this was the realization, what I learnt, and then what I did to address it. That's section 3. And I recognized there was a problem. So there's like a conscious decision, which I want to get across to people. It isn't just you go to someone, they do something to you. You have to consciously decide that enough is enough. And that this old pattern can't keep playing out. You have to stop it.
Yes.
And then I guess there's some bits, I learned. So I worked with somebody using EFT, because I want people to realize that you can't just do it by yourself. So normally I would sort of do everything by myself, or I'd have like a doctor that I'd pin all my hopes on. I realized I couldn't do it alone, but that I would be the one healing myself. That was the big, so it was a switch. It's not this person's going to heal me. This is I'm in collaboration with this person, but ultimately I'm the one that's going to do it.
Yeah, it's the same as here. I'm not the one who's making you a good speaker. You're doing it. I'm just guiding you through the process.
Exactly. It's no different. We just give tools and help and sort of go a little bit deeper into people's sort of childhoods and psyches, really. I started to listen to my intuition, and then the next section is really how that changed everything.
Yes.
Okay. So I chose a protocol that didn't mean that I always felt good on it and I didn't get scared, but I committed to sticking with it. And focused my intention on doing it well. So really it was about building skill. That was the thing, actually, education. And it's a bit like you when you told your speech story. I found out that I wasn't so good and I decided I was going to build up my skills and go in it in a very rational and organized way. And healing's the same. If it's
Yes.
too emotionally led, it can be an absolute mess.
Do you know what I'm seeing here in section 3? I feel that section 3 should all be about not only how, because it seems like the subsection 1, what did you do about it? And then how did it start to change? But I feel like section 3, if you put the intro, what you put in subsection 1 here, you can put it in the intro.
Right.
And then you start talking about the journey of healing.
Yeah.
So you give them more value in the healing. How did the healing happen?
Okay. That's a hard one because it's weird. It's a bit like they say, I mean, I've not had a baby, but they say with childbirth, you kind of forget the pain. I mean, you guys will know better than I do, but it's a bit the same in so much. Well, this is kind of like a long labor.
Here
and
you go. You can say it like that. You can even say you forget the pain. And this will give hope to people that all of this will pass and you will even forget the pain that you were feeling. It will not hang on or hang in.
Yeah. Okay, I forgot the pain. But basically, I think so really it's about the minute I understood that my mind could influence my body, things changed. That was like a pivotal moment. Once I really, truly understood, it took a while to get there, but once I truly understood, I realized I had a lot more control than I thought I had. Yes. And then everything turned around from that point.
This is something that you would want to share as well.
Yeah.
And then would you say, when did you start feeling that you're recovering?
Well, it was slow and then it sped up. So it was almost like, and then I had a moment where I realized that I was scared to get better. But that's off topic a little bit. That's the problem. So
no,
maybe.
Right. That's good stuff.
Yeah. I feel that it's about the journey, because somebody will say, okay, now I learned, now everything will go well. What should I expect?
Yeah, I do get asked that when I do calls with people. Okay. Okay. All right. So how that changed everything. So I guess I started to listen to my intuition and my body. I stuck to the protocol. I let go of the fears I had around not recovering. So I actually I said to myself, if this is it, then that's it. It's okay. If I'm not going to get better, it's okay. And once I said that, and
here you can say it was slow and then it sped up. It wasn't just one shot. It wasn't just one day I said to my body, everything is working, and then I'm healed, right?
Yeah, the more work I did, it sped up. And it also meant that I just did the protocol, the eating protocol just ran on in the background. It wasn't something I've thought about. It was just like, yeah, this is how I eat. These are the supplements I take. I wasn't looking for an alternative. I just stayed on that course. And then the rest of it sort of emerged out of it. The calmness came, the happiness, so more joy, which are the things that help us heal, really.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so protocol ran in the background. And I focused my time really on my emotional health.
So it was about time, trust, and patience, right?
Yeah.
Or also dedication. Or
Yeah, and consistency.
consistency.
It's all well and good eating fruits and vegetables one day, but if you're then going to chop and eat pizza the next, don't expect anything to happen, because you're going to have guilt about that pizza, which will then put you in fight, flight, and freeze, which will shut down everything. So it's you're in a war with yourself most of the time until you put the gun down and walk away.
Yes.
The gun down.
And this you could start to say even in the end. Do you remember, and you will see it in the recording, but now when you talked about happiness and
yeah,
how did you start? You can start putting it in the end. You're transitioning to the end. You're putting people know that was the end of this healing journey. You almost reached the end.
right.
What you started feeling after all of that.
Okay, so yeah, talk about joy and happiness and trust and acceptance. Yeah.
Yeah. So one thing, yeah, the more it's better. Okay. So you talked about the time there.
Yeah.
Now let's see what you put in the ending.
Yeah, so you said to put that as the ending, talk about
Yeah,
joy.
that's the transition and the end. And let's see.
Right, okay. Yep.
But that's good. No, it was right what you put. So in the transition to the end, you talk about the healing, the sense of healing. When did you start feeling that you're healing?
Yeah, and actually that's a good point. And the more I got the feedback that I was on the right path, because I started to feel calmer, the more it sped up.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. And then signal your ending using words in conclusion.
Yes. So you don't really need here to say in conclusion, because when you already talked about the healing, people would know that you're reaching the end of your speech. It's clear. It's at the end of the journey. That's what you're talking about. That's your topic.
Yeah. So how would you sum up how would you end something like this?
So let's go down to see the takeaway and summary, because you talked about the joy. You talked in the transition to the ending. You talked about, and you can say, you can put a timing to it. After a year or after several weeks or several months, I started to feel joy, and I knew that I'm in a process. That's in the transition to the ending. But here the takeaway and the summary is. So here, this one, yes.
Yeah.
Here you can put a time limit to it. So people will have an idea. You will give them more value by telling them a little bit more detail.
Yeah, it took many months. I mean, it was 3 months, 6 months. That's why my program's 12 weeks at minimum.
So now you're giving them some sort of expectation that it's not just a matter of few days, not even few weeks.
It can take ages.
It can take ages, but it can be, you can start to see some sort of value in everything you're doing, some sort of transition, healing starting in a matter of 3 months or 6 months, right?
Yeah. Well, I did a session with someone. I felt lighter afterwards, and I knew after that session, right, I have to keep doing this.
Yeah.
So,
And then you go to the takeaway.
yeah.
So here in the takeaway, you want to re-emphasize on the topic, the main topic, that it's not about just trying everything in the world, and
Yes.
you're just reinforcing the thesis that you put, the main idea.
Yeah. So healing's not about trying every protocol.
Mm-hmm.
It's really about sticking with one and being consistent, but also working on your emotional health.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
And here, perhaps you can talk about, it's about trust, consistency, patience, and this.
Yeah. Yeah. Cultivating happiness, actively cultivating happiness. That's your whole purpose. It's not about eating properly. It's about growing that happiness plant.
Mm-hmm. And then the call to action.
Yeah, so I'd take a look at the way you feel about your protocol and see if this resonates, and make a plan to start to break that down, that feeling. That's
Yes.
the call to action. Realize you're doing it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Make a conscious effort to change it.
Good. That sounds good. And then remember.
To heal our body, we need to calm our mind. And if you want to know more, check out my one-to-one program. I didn't really know what to say. I'm not Jihan. She's like killer saleswoman. I suck at selling.
So you don't really need to, I know for YouTube, you will need to have a call for action, but you can add it in the call for action, by the way. You can add it in the call for action and check on my one-on-one program. If you need help, make it more compassionate. If you need help and guidance,
Yep.
DM me,
Okay.
for example, but add it in the call to action.
What at the end of the video, like a text?
No, here in number three, you said do this.
Oh
And
yeah.
if you need help, because you said start breaking down, you're putting them in the.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. If you need help.
If you need help and guidance, please DM me. Not even, maybe if you want to be more compassionate. I'm just suggesting here, but it's about your style. Because
Yeah, I'll say get in touch.
Get in touch, send me, and I'll be happy to guide you through it.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to say that to a sick person because they'll just think it's free. And I've had people get on calls. It's like, can you teach me some strategies? It's like, not in half an hour. I can't.
Yes. Yeah.
And yeah, guidance, get in touch. And I can just say I've just launched a new one-to-one program.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then see you in the next video.
Before seeing you in the next video, your end line, here's what should stick in their minds. As you said.
Remember to heal our bodies. We need to calm our minds.
See you in the next video. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry, but I need to pop to the bathroom.
Sure. I think we're good, right?
You did great. Wonderful.
Yes. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful. So please just close the sharing before you go.
Yeah, I will. Yep. I'll be back in a second. Sorry.
Sure.
Omni, actually, for me, I have a reason to go. I need to pick up my baby. My husband, he cannot pick up him. So yeah, actually, I need to go before 10 minutes, but I was waiting because for Rachel to finish everything.
Oh,
and I really, get a lot of information and ideas from the correction for Rachel. So I enjoy being with her step by step. So I hope I will be able to do mine this week also.
Perfect, perfect. So please work on it, Jihan. If you
Okay.
need any help during the week, just send me. Maybe I can
Thank
guide
you.
you. Just send me what
Thank
you're doing. But
Okay.
remember that next week you will be delivering it to the group.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay,
Hi,
inshallah.
Jihan. Drive
Okay.
Wonderful.
safe.
Thank
Bye-bye,
you.
Jihan.
Say hi
Bye.
to the
See you next
babies.
week. Thank you. So today no noise, huh? You are lucky. Yeah, let's see you next week. Bye-bye. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Bye. So, Eliden,
Hello.
hello.
I'm
I
getting
know
delusional over here.
you're so sleepy. I know.
I'm like, why is there an octopus on my floor? It's my kid's toy.
Oh my God.
His little toy.
Well, that was scary. So, how was it for you, Eliden and Sasha?
I
Eliden,
can hear you a little bit less. Let's see what. Oh no! Is my. Hello?
yes?
Oh, I thought I was losing you guys.
No. We're here. We're here.
Okay.
So, how was it for you?
So as far as the system goes,
Mm-hmm.
it challenged me. So what's easier for me is to just draft it out in writing and let my thoughts flow, just so I feel I'm more passionate that way. I just let it flow.
Yes.
And then from there, I'm going to look back and see what I did implement or what structure it is that I'm missing.
Yes. Yes.
That's
And
a
actually, to
sound
make
idea.
it clear for everyone, this structure, as I might have said that also in the lessons, it's flexible. There's no one rule, and that's it. There's so many different structures, so many different rules. Some are really simpler. The one we learned in Toastmasters was a little simpler than this. Some could be even more complicated, where you can add even more call to action and other things. Like, okay, in next video, I will be talking about this and this and that. You can always add more elements or deduct elements. It's about your topic and about the audience you're talking to, about your personality, and about the environment you're in. So you choose eventually what works best for you. You don't need to stick with this if you're not comfortable with it. It's just for guidance. And eventually you'll take everything out of the boxes and you will read it as one speech. So it shouldn't feel that it's too structured. It just needs to feel that it's organized enough for the thought, for the mind of the listener, that you're walking on a journey. So this helps you walk the people on a journey with you. But to be honest, even for me, sometimes I decide to go strict on a structure, and sometimes I decide, okay, I just want to write it down and then evaluate it. How is it working for a structure? Does it make sense?
Right.
So you choose whatever you see, but I think, I hope it was clear, the process we went on. When you're choosing a story that has a start, body, and end, that's what we did in the body of Rachel's speech. We said, what was she doing wrong? And in the middle, how did she start learning the right? And then the effect of what she was doing. That was the body. Other people might choose a more linear path. For example, if you're talking about your life, if you're talking about a journey of discovery throughout a very long terms of life, for example, if you're talking about your mom, Eliden, and everything, you can talk about childhood and then realizations that happen when you're a little older or at a certain point, and then where you are today. Or you can use also the V method. Where am I now? And then how deep down I was when I touched rock bottom. And then we're really talking about the now and how great it is and what you learned. So there are several ways of doing it, but it needs to be somehow in one easy flow for people that they understand. They can really walk it. And another important thing that we emphasized on together, Rachel and I, that it's important to give details of the story. When you tell a story, it's not about just an event. It's also about the emotions you felt during that event. How did you make you feel? How did it make you feel? How did it affect your life? What was the thought process in your head? That's what these are the spices of a story. If you just say an event, I was here and then here and then here, then okay, it's not very touching. But if you say, I was very sad, Rachel was so vulnerable, also talking about suicidal thoughts, and somebody else, really, a friend, also committed suicide. And how did that make you feel, Rachel? You just talk about it, and then the thought process because of that. That's what really resonates with people, because people are not about events. They are about emotions.
Mm.
We all have stories that resonate with other people, but if we don't share them deeply, then they feel so shallow and they don't really connect and give the effect we want to give.
And there's a lot of coaches out there that are just telling you what you should do without sharing anything about themselves.
Mm-hmm. Because they believe they should be perfect. Why would people listen to me if I'm not perfect? But that's an illusion, because people don't listen to you because you're perfect. People might just be amused by you if you're perfect, but they won't be touched and inspired to make a change if you're perfect, because you make it sound so hard for them to reach where you are. You're just the perfect person out there. And I have to say, I was guilty of that myself. I always will put like a barrier between me and people and not show the vulnerability. I'm the strong one. I'm the one who knows the solution. I'm the one who can advise others. But I don't fall into, like, I don't get trapped. I don't get weak. I don't cry.
Yeah. And actually, that's the interesting thing that illness taught me, was to be vulnerable, because I was the steely woman.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have problems. And now I live my life imperfectly and let everyone know what's going on, and people like me better. So I don't think I was that likable before.
Because we think people will like us more and trust us more if we're perfect. And people will trust us less if we're imperfect. And that's, I think, it's the way we were raised up. Perhaps it's a generation issue, perhaps it's a cultural issue, I don't know. But most of us were raised up to keep the vulnerability inside, keep the weaknesses inside, not share. And those who share are the weak ones. You're not weak, you can deal with it alone. You can solve it on your own. You don't need anyone, right? But that's not how life works. It was
Yeah. And I think the thing to remember is that, people who have problems are in an emotional state. So they're going to respond to other emotions.
Yes.
The solutions don't really touch them. It's the emotional part that touches them, because they can go and find solutions. There's books and there's so much stuff out there
Exactly.
that's rational, but that's not really hitting the spot for them, because they're not in a rational, logical space.
And that's also a trap that, in general, as coaches, we need to be aware of, that when somebody comes to us, it's not about giving them the solution. You should do this and this and this and this. It's about compassion and making them see the solution on their own, find it, just directing, like pointing at it. We point at it and then they see it. We cannot see it for them. We cannot give it to them. They need to see it. Because if we tell them what to do and they don't resonate with it, for example, Eliden, now, the structure doesn't feel comfortable for you. If I tell you, no, this is the right thing, you should follow it, or you won't be able to do anything, then it won't be helpful for anyone.
Yeah. I started on the credibility. I found that more helpful to start with. So I wrote a page of my credibility section is what I have so far.
Amazing. Amazing.
I wish I could do that.
Oh, we're opposite, huh? You like the system?
No, it's more the credibility. I often don't realize the skills and knowledge I have, and I always underplay it.
Yeah, I wrote down some pointers for you. What you do is so powerful, but I didn't feel much of that power. The only one section of power that awoke me is when you said something about Body Ignite. It's somewhere in the credibility section, and you wrote something about Body Ignite and healing. And I was like, hey, maybe that could be your niche statement if it's not. Like, that was powerful. That's the one thing that was like, oh, ding, power.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And that's the value of having audience that care about us and giving us feedback, because we can do everything right, but if the audience do not really feel it,
Yeah,
then
I love it. That's what I love about this.
yeah,
That's very true.
So do you think, Elodin, you will be able now to sit down and do it on your own, and you will be able to prepare a speech and deliver it next week?
Yeah, definitely.
Wonderful. What about you, Sasha?
Well, I don't know about delivering.
But how was it, the speech making for you, the process?
The process was, well, it's pretty clear. Like, it was already pretty well structured and explained through the form itself. And in the the only video that I watched was also pretty clear. And I actually connected a lot to what Rachel was saying, because I also suffered with some suicidal thoughts in the past during my depression. So I was sitting there like, oh. You see, so connecting to the emotion rather than what happened.
Yeah.
So what would your speech be about?
I don't know yet. How long does the speech has to be?
It's written, right? It's from 5 to 10 minutes.
5 to 10 minutes on any topic, right?
Any topic that's, I gave you guidelines that were success after failure or learning from a mistake. So the same topics you didn't speak to, but making them in a speech. And that's just a guideline. You can choose if you felt that you're compelled to speak about something else that has a deeper effect. That's also possible. It's just a guideline.
I think this is a good video for, say, a YouTube channel, because you guys are all sort of starting your channels and stuff. I think this is like the key video for your YouTube channel, which is why I'm writing mine, because I've been asked, oh, could you talk about the emotional journey? I mean, there's so many different angles you can take. That's just one angle.
Yes, yes. And that's exactly it. Sometimes the same thing you did, Rachel, for such a big topic, you can do for in a small topic, how you learn to cut bread. It could be anything. So we have different stories in our lives. Some of them are really big and huge and transformative. But you can also make transformation out of a lesson you learned, a very simple lesson you learned. It's what we choose to make out of it. So you did this big thing, and then you can start finding the topics that you want to talk about in your YouTube or any speech, even with your community. Maybe if you do talk sessions, if you do live videos, you'll find the topics. What else did I learn? What are the small roadblocks? What are the small milestones I went through? So yeah,
you could do it with cooking. So
exactly.
I made this, and look at it, turned out crap, but now I realize it should have been like this, and this is how I fix it.
And even for me, you've seen the first videos I did in the platform. I created the platform, I created the courses and everything, and then I really failed because there's no use of creating so much and nobody enters them and watches them. So I had to relearn how to do things and take another perspective of the whole issue. And then from there, the process continued to move forward rather than be stuck somewhere. That's, again, so many lessons. It depends on the community, on the topic, on the message we want to send, the purpose of our speech. So Elodin, what's your topic? What would your topic be?
I guess my topic is in how I got to being a coach for women, like the process that led to it, and then the passion that lives in it.
That's good. Do you think you have a specific story here?
Okay, that was my next question. I think I'm not sure. I have to think about that one and see, but I think I do, because I'm taking it to where I was before becoming a coach, and then the mental process and the challenges that led me to take that leap.
Yes. And I think you can go all the way back to childhood and your mirror world.
Okay.
Maybe you can see that relevant to the story. And this is another topic that I wanted to stress on, that we always need to go back to the purpose of the speech. What's the topic I'm talking about? And I liked when Rachel said, maybe this is off topic a little bit. So you're always in check. This is adding to my story, to this specific purpose, or it's just extra material that I'm saying and maybe distracting? So
right.
Every element, every subsection we put inside should build for the main idea we have. So if you're talking about, here is how I decided to become a coach, a mindset coach for women, or
A self-esteem
coach. Here's how, and then the whole journey should build on, should add to that. Every single point you say should also feed.
Okay.
That.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Can I add something with Rachel? Rachel, what you do, I'm serious. Like, it has so much power. I would love it if you owned that, like, self-healer coach. Because if I'm looking for healing and I hear emotional coach, I'm like, no, I don't need emotional, because I have no idea that it's tied to my emotions. I don't know this. I'm not close to it because I need healing. So I wrote down like self-healer coach with the power of emotion, of calm and mind-body connection, something like that. Just really own the power of what you do, because it's very powerful.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I quite like self-healing coach.
Definitely. That's power. Yeah.
I think that's quite nice because actually that's what I'm teaching people. The thing is, I don't do the nutrition side, I only do the emotions.
Which is a big part of healing.
It is. People don't realize it though, that's the problem. It's becoming more talked about, but still the early days. Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
And I think I might also need a session with you, Rachel. I've been trying to do healing, but for psoriasis. I don't know if you came across that.
Haven't had psoriasis. It's very emotionally. Do you find it goes up when you get stressed? Does it get worse?
Recently, I don't get stressed so much. Maybe when I was a teenager. So it happened when I was 15 years old. I'm now 37. So when I was very young, yeah, I used to get more stressed and it started. But then with time, it continues to happen. And after I delivered my baby, because of all the chemicals, the epidural and everything, it's just flared up.
Yeah, absolutely. We can talk about it after the program.
Yeah, thank you.
Be payback time.
Because I was trying to do things. What really triggered me, saying that you try to search here and here and here and try this and doesn't work, and you think it will work all of a sudden. So what I'm doing it through meditation. And it's been a month and I didn't see any improvement. And I started to question. So I enrolled myself into energy medicine course to see would it help or not.
Yeah, which is a good place to start. Basically, there'll be a trigger for your health problem. If it started when you were 15, let's find out what happened then.
Yeah, and I'm doing something with what's her name? uh, a therapist that talks about the connection. She says illness has a purpose.
Yeah.
And what is the purpose of that illness? So I figured out the purpose of the illness and I wrote about it with myself, but okay, what's next? What should happen? Should the illness go away?
Yeah, there's a lot of different angles. I can show you anyway because I've got a program that I've written.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing.
So, which is trying to look at, because you'll have emotions associated with the health condition, but also there'll be something that happened when you first got ill. Because 15, it's a strange time to get. My psoriasis started at 10. I got chicken pox. I was in a house by myself. My dad was at work. No one there for me.
Oh.
The chicken pox turned into psoriasis.
And how did you heal yourself from it? Did it continue?
It's the last thing. It's been the last thing to go because the body prioritizes. If you've got chronic fatigue, it's not going to worry about your skin. The skin's the last thing it worries about. So I'm healing this now. I'm actually psoriasis free for the first time in a long time. And I feel more calm than I've ever felt. So yeah, there's a lot to it, but if it's only a skin condition and you don't have 20 years of chronic constipation, hypothyroid, chronic fatigue, lichen sclerosis, psoriasis, then it should, it'll get you on that path to, because there'll be some emotional stuff. But yeah, it's good that you're into energy medicine. It's the way forward. I wish everyone knew about it. What we could do is we could organize a group if everyone wanted to do some EFT. We just as like a fun thing, if people are interested, we could even do some EFT on putting yourself out there, just one sort of group session. It's quite fun. So we could do it together.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
If people are up for it. So, because I need practice to do group stuff. So.
Oh, nice.
Awesome. Okay. Terrific.
Wonderful. So, ladies, do you have any question? And how was this session for you in general?
It was useful. Thank you.
You're welcome. Sasha?
Yeah, it was valuable.
Yeah, it was nice to go through a speech making process live session. Yeah. And it was nice to find out more about you, Rachel.
Oh, thanks, Sasha. I'm looking forward to finding out more about you as well. The thing that I liked about Sasha when we were on that first call, we couldn't see her. The dryness of the sense of humor just came out, and I thought, I can't see her. I don't know what she's like because I can't see her face, but that voice and that dryness and the truth, I thought, yeah, definitely. But that's the thing, though. This group's been amazing. It really has. It's a joy, and so grateful to you.
I'm so grateful to all of you, actually. And it's amazing also the timing that we are starting the morning with it, except for Elodin.
Yeah, sorry, Elodin.
2 a.m.
She's got energy for the rest of the week.
Yeah, it's amazing. I don't know how you do it, Elodin.
Yeah, you're a hero. So this is really amazing. I look forward to hearing all your speeches in the next session. And here's what will probably happen. We will deliver the speeches in our next session, and we will repeat them and make sure everything is refined. And then we will decide on a little bit more public session where we invite people in and we do a proper event telling our speeches.
Right, okay. Wow. I thought I was just going to make a video.
You'll also, but more public, but it's not public. It will still be private. It could be our community, past students. So still not people in your channel. We won't publish it unless in the group. But you can ask your partners to join, your husbands and friends. My husband will probably be there as well. He will facilitate.
Oh,
So
Your toy boy.
yeah.
I was getting quite jealous, you know.
Why?
Sasha's got a toy boy. You've got a toy boy. Jihan's got a toy boy.
How is that?
Oh,
different?
Elodin's gone. We don't know about Elodin though.
Toy boy means he's younger.
Yeah, means he's younger, and it's
Ah,
like
okay.
11 years or something. I think, wow.
Yeah, but when you see he's even more mature than I am.
Well, yeah, same here. It's not the biological age that really matters, right?
No, I know. I'm only teasing.
Oh, we lost Elodin.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but it's understandable. I think it's 2 o'clock at night. So, or morning. So this was amazing. Thank you so much, ladies.
Yeah, thank you.
And thank you, Rachel, for putting yourself out there and making us learn from your speech, actually, everyone, even me. And I look forward to watching you speaking next week. Inshallah. I'll
Thank
open
you.
the lessons for you as usual by almost mid of today, and I'll let you know.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. One more thing, actually, I wanted to tell you and everybody else, but I will tell the ladies. Let's try to also comment on other people's videos on the Facebook to make them feel a little more heard and, compassionate with them.
Yes.
So that would be amazing if we just give feedback, say something nice to everybody who posts a video. It will be encouraging.
Yeah, I mean, I've commented on 2.
Mhm.
I just didn't get time to look at Jihan's, but I will.
Yeah, actually, Jihan's video is on the platform and there's no option to comment yet. But I'm talking
Right.
more about the Facebook videos. And you're doing a great job, also, both of you, actually, but also the ladies who are not, and not only ladies, but the participants who are not in our group. That would be great if you can also just once in a while check and comment.
Yep.
Okay. I
Yep.
just barely go on Facebook, so that's why I don't see anything
Yeah,
happening.
yeah,
Yeah,
me too.
I
Well,
know.
okay, point taken.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate it. Have a beautiful week ahead and see you next Monday.
You
Yep, see
too.
ya.
Thank you.
Take care, guys. Bye.
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 Bye.